folks, welcome back to another review with yours truly, Sam Healey. Today we're taking a look at this guy right here, the first expansion for the new reprint of Carcassonne from Z-Man Games. And as you can see right there, that number 1 denotes it is the first expansion. It's called Inns and Cathedrals. Let's take a look at it right down at the table. And here we're taking a look at, of course, again, as I already said, the first expansion in this new reprinted version of Carcassonne. And this is what it's giving you. It's called the Inns and Cathedrals expansion. The reason they call that is because you're getting some tiles here that have inns on them. It's this building here that's next to a pond or a lake there, usually accompanied by a road. And the reason that is because inns will double the amount of points that you get for scoring a road. So if you have a 5-tile road there and one or more of those tiles has an inn on it, then you're going to score 2 points per tile rather than just 1. Then you're also going to have these cathedral tiles that are going to be placed into cities. And generally speaking here, if a cathedral is found within a city, when that city scores, it will award the person who wins that city 3 points per tile rather than just 2 points per tile. And that also does include the extra 3 points that you're going to be getting for the shields that you might find within a city as well. So those shields are all 3 points and all of the tiles. So putting a cathedral into a city is a very good thing. Adding an inn to a road is a very good thing. It really gives you more points for those things. The caveat is that if there is a cathedral in a city that has not been completed by the end game scoring, it doesn't score any points. And the same thing is true with roads that have an inn on it. They do not score at the end of the game. No points at all. So it's kind of a gamble, so to speak. There are also some other tiles in there that are kind of throwing curveballs at you now. This one here has a road leading from the city into this little village and then from the village into the little city. You cannot score these 2 roads here. They're just there to split these 2 pastures into 4 different pastures. So you cannot score these 2 roads, not a free 2 points. This one here has a field in the middle of it, which does count as a field. It also has a garden in it, so you could place one of your abbots from the base game that comes with the 2 mini expansions. You could place one of your abbots there and possibly score 9 points. Or you could place one of your workers there face down as a farmer to score a number of points equal to however many cities are in there. So that's a really cool tile as well. There's a couple other ones that are kind of curveballish, but I just wanted to show you those to give you the idea. It also adds a 6-player pink, another color that adds in there. So that's pretty cool. And then we also have scoring tiles, which are just helpful to keep track of how many points you have if you're lapping the board, which normally does happen in a game of Carcassonne. These are helpful. They're just 50 and 100 on both sides. So there's that. Then it also adds these mega-sized meeples or just large meeples. Here's a size comparison for you there. The big meeple, the large meeple, when you place him down, he counts as 2 regular-sized meeples. So if I have a large meeple here and then this one gets added to it somehow and somebody else has one of their small meeples, let's use a different color here, somebody else has one of their small meeples there, I still have control of that city because it's technically 2-1. So that's a pretty neat little thing. This is in addition to all of the other meeples that you have available to you. So that's a pretty cool addition as well. And that's pretty much it for the Inns and Cathedrals expansion. Pretty neat. So that's that for the Inns and Cathedrals expansion for Carcassonne. It is the first expansion, so if you want to keep in line and keep track of all of the different expansions that you're purchasing with this new reprint of Carcassonne, it's very simple. They add it right to the very box cover. Then on the other side, and all of the tiles have this little guy right here, which denotes what expansion the tile is from. So that's a pretty cool thing as well. But a lot of neat things that come in this expansion. Not complete game changers, just better ways to score more points. I like how the cathedrals give you 3 points per tile instead of just 2 for those city tiles and coats of arms. And then the ends give you double points for each tile for those roads that you have them on. I like all of that. I like it. It adds a sixth player, a pink color, and I also like the large meeples that come in the game that count as 2 meeples when you place them down on the board on whatever element that you're placing them on. So there's a lot of neat stuff that's in this expansion. This is a definite must get. I think it doesn't add too much to where it over complicates it to where somebody getting into Carcassonne is going to have a rough time wrapping their head around this. I don't think that's the case at all. These are very subtle changes, but they're very fun changes as well. Scoring more points is always a good thing, but you have to be careful because you may not get any points. You got to make sure that those cities and roads that have cathedrals and inns in them finish before the end of the game. Otherwise, no points for you. So this is a great expansion for Carcassonne. I think you should probably go out and pick it up if at all possible. So that is the Inns and Cathedrals expansion for Carcassonne. We'll see you on the flip side, folks.